So demonstrating today some of the wood cutting chores that you might be faced with in the bush, mostly wood gathering, fire building skills. I'm going to start out with my Gomtaro silky saw, cutting a piece of maple that I cut from one of my maple trees in my yard. It's a fairly green wood still. Tripod there. You can tell it's still fairly green. It's really cold, it's frozen wood, but it takes very little effort to cut through any of the branches with this saw. It's pretty cold out today, it's about -6 out right now. I'm going to use the D2 for a little bit of chopping. Be careful with your hands, making a wedge shape. As you can see, it goes fairly deep, bites pretty deep. Makes a pretty good chunk out of the wood. The edge is a little bit, because of the double bevel, binds really easily into the wood. Makes it really hard to get out sometimes, because it bites pretty deep. I moved to my survival knife that I made. Try a few chops of that. So as you can see, you can get pretty well similar depth, but at the cost of a couple more swings. You can see just the blade shape that just the extra length gives it that the D2, the Kershaw, a little bit more heft to the chop compared to the shorter survival knife. I mean, with your 6cm blade, it's just not even a comparison. The more or even my gerber. Now, I mean, you can start batoning through it. Makes the shorter knife a little bit more useful, but at the cost of usually the edge, compared to either machete or even the cold steel hatchet. As you can see, just a couple of swings and it's already halfway through. Tripod again. Now, just with the inertia of the end of the axe handle there, you can see that quite a bit more swing compared to the end of a knife blade. Even for about similar weight, not too much difference weight wise. Also, as you can see, just chopping through the block there makes a pretty nasty end to try. the baton, if you saw it, how much less effort the saw is compared to, say, an axe or a knife. How much of a more cleaner cut you can get with the saw, how much less effort, and also how much safer it is. When you're thinking about chopping with a knife, I mean, watching out for your fingers, or even worse, down into your leg, especially with your hatchet. I mean, obviously I'm just using an old woodworking bench that I made myself. Out in the bush you're going to be using a stump or another log. It's probably close to the ground. Now, with your swing and the arc of your axe, the shorter your axe, the easier it is to embed it into a leg, either your thigh, your foot, or your knee. So making sure that your feet and your arms are well out of range, just in case the axe slips, binds. Try and swing away from yourself, and if possible, put your foot up to brace it instead of using your hands. Get a little bit more protection from a boot than a bare hand.